Morning Kenny. Right, I'm going to show you how easy it is to spray liquid mask on this shell. Okay, so the shell's prepped, giving it a good clean. It's nice and dry, free from all dirt. I've got my airbrush ready. It's full of RC Identity liquid mask, which I still think is the best on the market, to be honest with you. Compressor's just under 60, and yeah, let's give the first one a go. Nice light coat. I'll just set the brush down. See how light that is on there? You can hardly see it. Now, this is where you annoy your missus. You nick a hairbrush. Nice hot heat, not too fast. Just work it over the shell. Well, that's the first coat done already. As you can see, barely see it. If you want to do this, I find it makes it stick really well if you give it a nice light coat on the first coat. You can slowly increase the thickness, but if you do go too thick, it doesn't dry very well. Yeah, so I find you're better off just going slow, really, to be honest. Just make sure I've got enough in the brush. Loads in that. So, on with the second coat. Try and keep it as even as you can. As you don't really want. Well, my airbrush is blocked already, so that's not a good start, is it? Or I might have run out actually. Hang on a second, I'll just put you on pause for a minute. Yep, well, I'd run out of liquid mask, so anyway, let's continue. Same again, straight back on the hairdryer. Keep the hairdryer moving. It seems to work better that way than if you just try and concentrate it in one place. Well, there's 2 coats on already. We're only up to 5 minutes. So I'm just going to fill my airbrush up so it doesn't run out with spray. Using a minimal amount here, really small amount of liquid mask, which is what you want. You don't want to be using. There's no need to be using loads. When you brush it on, you use far too much. Now also, when you spray the shell, I find that you want to spray it in different directions all the time. You don't always keep it in one place. Move it around, because there's loads of little nooks and crannies in these shells that if you spray from one side you might miss a bit. Okay, it's number 3. Another thing that really helps is because you're keeping the shell warm, the mask is naturally drying automatically when you're putting it on. It's better if you can keep it warm all the time when you're working with it. The quicker you work, the better it is, I find. If you find that you put it on a little bit too thick and it's taking a while to dry, flip the shell over, heat it from the other side as well. That seems to be a good option for just getting bits that maybe you've just gone a little bit too thick on. So hopefully you can see this on the video. Look how it's just a lovely finish that you get in there. You can see through the shell perfectly. You can see any design that you put on there. It's all about making your life easier. And yeah, when I started painting, I used to brush it on, and a good friend of mine, Ian Fakenbridge, he was a chap who taught me how to paint. Suggested spraying it, which is what I did. So yeah, I'm just going to put you on pause again for a second while my compressor catches up. Ideally, really could do with a bigger pot on your airbrush. This one's fixed, so I haven't really got much choice on this one. I'm running it at, I've got a 0.5 nozzle in there, which is more than adequate for doing this, I find. This being the coat number 4, going on just a little bit heavier than I have done before. Not loads though, still. Just trying to get it as even as I can across the shell. Where obviously when you're pulling it off, you don't want to come to a bit that's really thin and is an absolute nightmare to pull off. So yeah, consistency is the key across the shell, really, to be honest. Don't try and dry one area too fast. Doesn't like it, this stuff. I've had it crack before if you just try that, so just keep it moving. Keep the air circulating within the shell. That's 4 coats already, 13 minutes. Yeah, it's starting to feel pretty good. So again, I'm just going to fill my brush up. Once again, compressor's a bit slow, so I'm just going to pause it again. Okay, back again and onto what possibly could be the last coat. A lot of nooks and crannies in these Tamiya shells. Fantastic details on them. Just got to be a bit studious with it. Make sure you get it all. I'm going to have to fill the brush up again in a second. So it's just, yeah, not quite. Yeah. Not that much. Being possibly the last coat, I'm going to give it a fairly thick coat. It would be quicker this if my compressor was a bit better, but it's a bit poor. And yeah, I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is giving it one more coat actually. Put that in there for a minute. There's 5 coats, just gone past 17 minutes. So this is pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm going to give it one more coat. I'm not quite happy with my coverage a bit at the moment. Just going to set my airbrush so that it sprays a bit faster.
Sexiest man in Jamaica, Mint Royale, is on Radio 1. It's your
More.
workout anthems.
Plenty
Hello,
loads,
hope
almost
you're
done.
sorted. And I asked you what you're up to today on the first day of the year. I want to say happy 21st birthday.
Putting on the windows. Make sure they're going to come up nice. Perfect. Let's run out.
More accepting than me. Hello to Jason and John on the way to
22 minutes, and as you can see, we now have a masked shell, which is I would say that's about as good as you can put it on, to be honest with you. As you can see my hands through the outside, so you're going to see any designs that you put on there, and it's going to be super nice to cut with a scalpel as well. So yeah, we're up to 23 minutes and that's done. So hopefully it's helped you out a bit. Whoever might be planning on spraying it for the first time, maybe. One little tip you've got on your airbrush, you've got a little adjustment on the end here, which you can move your needle in and out. You possibly will have to change that at times. It is a bit prone for blocking up airbrushes, liquid mask. I find when I buy a pretty big bottle of it, it's about a litre I suppose. I tend to put in about 10 drops of water to it, give it a good shake. Then what you want to do is you want to go and nick your wife's sieve from the kitchen and sieve the whole lot a couple of times through into a nice clean bowl. It's amazing how much little bits of crap are in the mask. Every little tiny one of those will block your airbrush and will cause you problems, and you don't need it. If you sieve it a couple of times, you'll get it all out. And well, as you see, my airbrush didn't block once, and that's on a 0.5 tip. I couldn't go any smaller than that. 0.5 is about the limit, I'd say. And yeah, so hopefully this has helped you. And there you go, Kenny. There's one sprayed shell in, well, how long was it? 23 minutes or something like that. So anyway, Happy New Year to you all. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye.